Hey everybody, thank you so much for taking a second just to come and see what's going on here in the life and the heart of our student ministry. Now that we're in August, we are gearing up for the fall. So there's a couple things I want to make you aware of. First of all, this Wednesday night, we are not having youth at Coral Hill. We're not having anything at Coral Hill as of right now. The plan is to have our church picnic down at Beaver Trail from 5:30 to 7:30. We recognize that weather is in the forecast, and so we're still kind of working through our approach to that. But for right now, we have absolutely nothing going on here on site that night. No youth, no kids, no adults, nothing. We're just going to dedicate that to our fellowship time at the park. We would encourage you to bring a lawn chair, bring a side item, and just be prepared to have some fun and fellowship with other believers. And we've got several other churches that are going to be joining us, and so we're excited about that too. So that's Wednesday. Next Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, that's really the beginning of our official transition season for our 7th grade students. And so on the 14th, that's when they'll be able to transition up. They have that freedom to be able to do that. If you have a kiddo that's transitioning into youth, I can't encourage this enough that transition happens sooner rather than later. I've done this for so many years and I've seen it happen over and over again. Students who don't transition into youth immediately tend to never transition into youth. And we don't want that, we don't desire that, but we recognize that if they're transitioning with their class at the same time, it makes it easier than if they're trying to do that on their own. And so this Sunday is the beginning of that transition. August 17th, which is a Wednesday, that will be the official transition Wednesday for them. We're continuing on that Wednesday. We'll continue our study in the book of Nahum. And we'll also be doing our 7th grade transition season, which is about 3 weeks long. So there's just a lot of new things that are kind of developing and that we're working on right now. In the meantime, here's some dates just to be aware of. Obviously, I told you about this Wednesday, next Wednesday, and this Sunday. But this Sunday, if you have a student that's participating in our DMI partnership, our DMI program, we're going to be having our covenant signing ceremony this Sunday in the student wing around 6. We have Gondolier coming in as a caterer, not the dessert, but the rest of it will be catered by Gondolier. And it'll be an opportunity for us to cast vision, talk about the partnerships for your child to meet their mentor, and really begin to talk through kind of what their heart's desire is behind that, and then start off by signing covenants together and really to start that off right. Another date I want to make you aware of is August 20th. If your child has any interest at all in being a part of worship with our student ministry, we want to give that date out as a possibility for them to consider. We are providing a little bit more structure to our student worship team this fall. And Wade Ledbetter, who their family is relatively new to the church, but JC, his wife, sorry, I got those backwards. His wife, she has been a part of Coral Hill for years. And so they have come in. He has led worship at other places and helped bring structure to worship teams. And so he's going to come alongside and partner with us in this way. He's going to be offering a worship night at his house on the 20th at around, let me check my notes real quick, around 5 o'clock. He'll have food for them. They'll talk a little bit about like logistics. So there is an informational part to this meeting, but then after that, they're just going to do worship stuff together, play some music, sing some songs, things like that. So it'll be great. If your kiddo has any interest in singing, playing an instrument, any interest at all, even the tech side of things, they want to learn soundboard or they want to be able to learn projection stuff, we would love for them to be a part of that because we very much see that as part of the worship team as well. So that's the 20th at 5. I just need to know if they're planning on coming so I can send him those details so he can prepare for food. But the last thing I've got for you all is Fall Prayer Retreat. If you've been a part of student ministry for any length of time, you know this is an annual thing for us. We've been doing this for 20 years now. And this year, it's on October 3, 4, and 5. It's at Red River Gorge. We've rented out a cabin that can sleep 40 people. We'll put girls on one floor, guys on one floor, and then the middle floor will really be dedicated to fellowship and eating and things like that. We'll do all of our activities in there, so it'll be really neat. We've done that only once before, and students absolutely loved it. But I would be more than ready and willing to have more of a personal one-on-one conversation about the heartbeat of Fall Prayer Retreat. To keep it simple for our updates, what it really is it's a time where we get students away. We give them 2 concerts of prayer. One's focused on confession. The other one's focused on intercession, where they're spending like in-depth time, focusing on their own sin, but then also helping pray for others. And then we also do some fun activities where we challenge them just to get out in nature and enjoy God's nature in that way through prayer and just through fellowship and things like that. And so especially if you've got a student that's not really connected with the ministry, whether they're seventh grade or not, the fall prayer retreat is really the best way for them to get plugged in. It really is. Students, like year after year after year, they've been on the outskirts. They've had a hard time connecting with people. Their parent encourages them or forces them to go to the fall prayer retreat. They come back and they're involved, and they never stop being involved. And so we've seen it year after year. So we can't encourage that enough. It's $75 a student. You can register at corehillbaptist.com/events through the month of August. We have open for students to not only register, but to be able to purchase an FPR mug that we're having specially done for this 20th anniversary of Fall Prayer Retreat. So we're excited about that. But that is something that's obviously on the horizon, but registration's open, and we would encourage you guys to go ahead and do that now, just so that we can be fully aware of how many and things like that, like to be able to plan and prepare better. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, but that's really what I've got. If I miss anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because that inevitably happens from time to time. But if you need anything, let me know. Appreciate you all. Hope you guys have a great week in the Lord, and we'll see you guys soon. God bless.